So here we are on day 2 of Targa High Country, and it's spectacular weather again. It's beautiful blue sky. It's terrific to be up here on top of Mount Buller, getting ready for the next stage. I've got with me to give you an idea of how Targa works and what our participation in Targa. It's broken broadly into 2 classes. You've got the tour and then you've got competition cars. And probably out of 200 cars, there might be 90 tour cars, which we're part of, and the other 110 or so are competition cars. So to give you an idea of what's involved, I have Chris with me, who's been our lead driver. Fantastic driving, by the way, mate. I've been trying to keep up with you the whole time. It's been awesome. Our lead driver plays a key role. But could you just tell us a little bit about where the tour fits in and what are the general understanding for people who haven't done it of what's involved in being part of Targa High Country in the tour section?
Well, the tour is essentially using exactly the same roads as the competition cars. The good thing about the tour is you don't need special race cars. You don't need the high-level race licence, and you can do it in pretty much anything. I mean, today in our group, of course, we've got the Holy Grail Falcon in front, we've got a Camaro, we've got the Merc, we've got some Porsches. But, you know, I did a full 7 days of Targa Tasmania in a 1.6 Hyundai with hubcaps, automatic. Still able to do it, and it was fantastic fun, no matter either way you go. The good thing about Targa is that we're limited to a certain speed. We don't need to wear helmets, and it's all about the enjoyment. It's really the social aspect of Targa is as much as the driving, and so it's just one of those great things. And the weather we've got at the moment can't help put a smile on your face.
Yeah, we're blessed with that one. It's interesting. So 120k speed limit. Now, a lot of people might go, well, look, it's 110 on the road anyway. It doesn't seem like I'm going much faster. What's the benefit, right? So we've got both the road closure, so you use both sides of the road. Yep. It's a huge difference, right? But also the sections that we do, you know, it's not like you're really struggling to stay under 120 a lot because it's pretty wheelie roads, right?
That's right. So we have very few straight long bits in it, and usually we have a speed restriction zone, so we'll use those to just compose ourselves, have a sip of water, we'll slow things down, allow the cars and the packet to compress again. Usually we've got 8 to sort of 12 cars in that pack, and then, you know, if you can do 120 in a 25k indicated corner, even with all the road, my hat's off to you. It's a lot of very involving driving. The thing is, you get to use all of the road. The police wave at you as you go on stage, which is an amazing thing in itself.
Yeah, that's usually, the police waving at you is usually not a good sign.
No,
but here it's okay, right?
That's right. Never a good sign. But here they wave at you. They acknowledge that you're here in a controlled environment. You have all of the road, no logging trucks coming the other way, and we have rally safes in the car, so we're governed by those. Race control gets to see what we're doing and where exactly we are. It's very controlled, but just pure joy.
And people haven't got to worry about competition cars coming up on the rear end of you and you being in their way, right? Everything is very staged. I notice the gaps are good. The lead driver controls that well. Certainly in your case, it's a great job. But people haven't got to worry about pressure from someone else and then being put off by that or chasing something beyond their reach, have they?
That's correct. So, you know, as a lead car driver, I want to give everyone the best experience they can within the limits that are set for us. But if I'm starting to gap the cars behind me, then I simply roll out of it. There is no point in anyone overdriving their car or themselves. And again, it's all about the fun and safe fun. And this is something that we are really blessed to be able to do.
Yeah, I always wonder if we're going to wake up one day and we're not going to be able to do it. So I think people who are thinking about it, you should do it because
Absolutely.
You never know how something this good can last. That's my advice to people. If you get the chance, you should do it, experience it, because I never know. But anyway, thanks for explaining that, Chris. I look forward to another fantastic day trying to keep up with you again, and we'll get back to you later on and talk about the how day 2 went. Thanks, mate.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So here we are at the end of day 2 at Targa High Country. What a day, JB.
Fantastic day, Bruce. I mean, it's become a bit of a cliche of mine. I've said for the last 2 days, it's such a fabulous experience for people that love cars and love driving. So, and that last bit, which was like a little right angle circuit through the middle of Mansfield, was madness. I can't believe it's legal.
Yeah, I think everyone was thinking that. It had numerous stages today that you'd expect from a Targa, right? Long sweeping, some really bumpy road stuff, some testing stuff. Everyone got a turn at different things, which is interesting. And I thought everybody performed better. Like I think you needed yesterday to get settled.
Yes,
today,
for sure.
the pace was better. Everybody felt more comfortable with the cars. Did you think that?
Yeah, I did actually. I mean, I found it easier today and more enjoyable because I sort of half understood what was going on, where yesterday it was all thrown in the deep end of the pool. Not that we're competing, but it was just, it's so alien to what you normally drive like. I really enjoyed it today, and like I said, that street circuit was like when I was a youngster and a hoon, to be honest.
What do you mean? You're trying to say you're not a hoon?
No,
Yeah, I'm going to say
responsible.
you're just more an older hoon.
I'm responsible.
It did remind us all of that, I think. And let's talk about that because it was a really interesting stage. You did the last stage today, and I looked on the sheet and goes like it's 2 odd minutes, and it's like what sort of stage could we go? And that only takes 2 and a bit minutes. So it was a street stage set up with the hay bales and right through you're worrying about the curbs and little 50-metre sprints and turn, and you don't know which way to go. It was all very up. It was
reactionary, wasn't it?
It sort of took you by surprise. It was just go and then chase the car in front of you.
Yeah, it was reactionary. You know, you lived on your wits or your reflexes more than anything. And you know, Leslie was with me, and I said, "Tell me which way it goes." She goes, "I can't." You know, you couldn't read the play. It was so quick action. So it was really good fun. I mean, everybody loved it in our group, and I'm sure everyone loved it anyway.
Well, Chris, our lead car, who's in that wicked Falcon, but he's doing the
Holy Grail.
He's doing the Scandinavian flick on me, right? So
He's
I'm trying to call it for Andy, and which means if he's on the left-hand side of the road, right, I think he's going to turn right. But what he's doing is on the left-hand side of the road, setting it up to flick it round. So I'm calling Andy to right, and then of course he swings it out and goes left. Right, so there's a lot of that. Trying to follow the arrows, but it was a huge adrenaline rush.
Oh well, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I don't know how you're thinking all that. I was just hanging on for grim death, hoping not to hit anything.
Yeah, well, look, it was a wonderful stage. I think really different to what you'd expect from Targa, where you're talking about public roads, all that, which is fantastic. But it was a really good thing that the organisers have done to throw in something completely different that probably reminds you of your youth. And in fact, one of the guys in our group is an ex-highway patrol officer, and I said he reminded him of when he had to chase people for a living. So we think that's about as much fun as you can have with your pants on around here, mate.
Yeah. I've thought of that myself, but I wasn't game to say it.
All right, so there you have it again. The wrap up of day 2. Thanks again to Meguiar's and Mobil 1.